Well, I can't say it's been the best of years. But as time goes on, the more time that I spend floating on this rock in space, the more you learn that, you have good years and you have bad years. You have ups and you have downs. But the most important thing that you can do is persevere and keep going. I try to make this video once a year. I think it's important just to center myself and remind myself of some of the things that I'm truly thankful for. And I think first and foremost this year, I'm just thankful that my mom's still here. You guys know I made my video talking about her being diagnosed, talking about her chemo journey that she's been on, and all I can say is we were overwhelmed with the messages from you guys, from the comments, people sharing their stories of tragedy, stories of loss, but also stories of hope, stories of those who have made it. And I think all of that is powerful. All of that is special. I shared some of those messages with my mom because there's a power in solidarity, in knowing that you're not truly alone. You don't suffer alone. And I live in a world where so much happens on a screen, which is good and bad. And I get to see how polarized social media can be, all the rage baiting and hate and divisiveness. So it was just nice to kind of have that human moment and those messages of hope and true connection. And that was special. So thank you to the doctors. Thank you to the nurses who have helped to ensure that she's still here, floating on this rock with me still. And thank you to you guys for just all the messages, all the support. That means a lot. I'm also thankful that I'm still on YouTube. It's also been a hell of a year from that perspective. You spend your career, you build up a channel for over 10 years, you build something that you're truly proud of, you get to a point where you can finally provide for your family, and then you have the threats of it just being taken from you overnight with the massive amount of copyright strikes I was getting hit with every day, all the strikes from the major labels, the strikes from UMG. It was scary times. But again, there's also a power in the platform that I built because I made my video and they noticed. I'm thankful to Top Music Attorney and her team who reached out and represented me as my lawyers and got in the room with UMG. And, because of them, because of you guys, I'm still here. And I'm so thankful for that. And there's still a big question mark on that situation. There's still things going on. And for me, that was an incredibly discouraging moment, unfortunately. But it's definitely something that, hopefully we can still find positives to. Hopefully we can progress from. But to sit in a room basically and to be told that reaction channels don't create transformative content, that they believe that I'm stealing views from the artists, I'm taking away from their music, and then just to be lumped in to show that they've done no research on my channel, saying that I just sit there and nod my head and I don't provide anything of value. It was just there was some eye-opening moments for sure. And I've got a full video I want to make updating the situation, talking about it when the time is right. And don't worry, that's coming. But yeah, that was just wild, just to kind of have some perspective from one of the most powerful labels in the world on kind of where reaction channels stand and where my channel stands. And also just going into that situation, just going, hey, I'm just me. I'm just an individual at the end of the day. I don't have millions on billions of dollars. I don't have the wherewithal, the ability to take on a long court case. I don't have tools. I don't have relationships with YouTube. I don't have relationships with the Spotifys, with the Apple Musics. I don't have the ability to shadow ban, to suppress people. I have no soft power compared to them. It's me versus a massive machine. So that was scary as shit. But we're still here. And again, I wouldn't have got any of those meetings. I wouldn't have even got that opportunity if it wasn't for you, if it wasn't for this that we built. And that's special. You know, in a previous life, I was a soccer player. You know, I was paid to kick a ball with my foot. I spent a lot of time in locker rooms, spent time in the gym. You know, it's a completely different lifestyle, connecting with the team, just being out in the world. And I found it so strange, this transition sometimes, and I still struggle with it. I still struggle to be online. I still struggle to just turn on a camera and just talk to a screen and know that people are going to be there, but right now there's no one here. But the third thing that I am thankful for is I finally got the opportunity to meet some of you guys. I got to play shows. I got to tour for the first time in a long time. You know, I played shows in the UK. I played shows in Germany for the first time ever. I played shows in the US. Got to play Denver. Got to play Washington, D.C., my hometown show, for the first time in 10 years. That was special. And I had my family come out. I had some of my day ones come out. But it was just incredible to get out on a stage and to see your faces and to talk to you guys afterwards, to take pictures with you, to hear your stories, and to hear people who had traveled from Australia to come to my show. People who come from Spain, from Norway, all over the States. I mean, you guys dedicated your valuable time, your valuable money to come see me. Come see a kid who, you know, still has a dream, just does what he loves. You know, it's been such a grind over the years. I've had so many no's. I've had so many doors slammed in my face. You get the hate, you get the online trolls, and yeah, it gets me down sometimes. It discourages me. Why wouldn't it? It's just human nature. You know, you could get 100 positive comments and you just get that one negative that just sits in your brain all day and leeches away at your energy, and you get discouraged. But you know, just to know that I've always persevered because this is what I love. This is what I'm passionate about. And just to see physically some of what we built. And look, I'm not a huge artist, right? I'm not massive. We do well with my music. I make enough money that I can reinvest in that music. And I still haven't made a penny for music to this day because I keep reinvesting in these music videos and these projects and everything that I get to do. But I get to create, I get to travel, I get to do all that. And it's so fucking cool. But I'm losing my words because it's just, it really has been a rush of a year. There's been so many highs, but so many lows at the same time. But yeah, to have just gotten on that stage with a microphone and just thinking about the younger me and just all the years of dreaming and still having that dream and still chasing it and never giving up on it. That was special. So thank you guys for that. And yeah, who knows where we go from here, where the journey is going to take us, what next year will bring. But what I can say is, you know, more music, more breakdowns. For those who are like, yeah, just stick to breakdowns. I'm glad I do music too, because for me, I've always said that the music helps the breakdowns. The more that I progress as an artist, the more that I develop and evolve, the more that I study, the more that I learn my craft, and the more that I can recognize when I'm doing my breakdowns, the more that I can explain, the more that I can talk about. And I feel like it just makes me a better analyst from that perspective. And then while I'm analyzing, while I'm breaking down, I'm learning, and I'm gaining tips that I can then apply to my music. And I feel like it goes hand in hand, and it always helps each other. And I'm just so thankful that I can work in music, that I can do something that I love, that I'm passionate about, and that I get to wake up and do that. And just know that even through all these negatives and all the bullshit that has come with it, and even my own personal anxiety, my own health issues, I'm so thankful, and I never take for granted the platform that I have because of you guys. And the responsibility that comes with that, and the examples that I have to set, and the things that I have to think about the more that I grow. But I am forever humbled by that, and I'm forever thankful to you guys for giving me this opportunity. So thank you. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. I hope it's blessed. I hope you take care of yourselves. I hope you get to spend some time with the ones who matter most, with family, with friends. As always, stay safe, guys. Stay positive. Take care of this. I love you. I'll catch you again.